And welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We are filming here at Trax Hobbies and RC Raceway. It's a new place off of Todd Drive and the Beltline, and I am really excited to talk drones later on.
They have so much
You like
here.
how I said that?
Yes, it was much drama.
Right.
And much anticipation.
Absolutely. Well, I am anticipating our next guest. It's Eric Hubenschild from Pacific Union Financial. How are you, Eric?
I'm good. I'm good. This place is awesome.
Isn't it a great place?
Yeah, it's cool.
Cool.
It's cool.
So let's talk a little bit about what you guys do over there, because some of our viewers may not be familiar with Pacific Union. I think they will be after high school football, however, because you're going to be part of high school football
Excited
this
about
year.
that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that'll be fun.
Yeah.
So what do you guys do over at Pacific Union
So
Financial?
we're a non-bank mortgage lender.
Okay.
So a mortgage bank essentially. So all we do is residential first lien mortgages.
Okay.
So we're a direct seller servicer to Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and Ginnie Mae, which handles all the government loans like your FHA, VA,
Sure.
USDA, and WIDA loans. So we kind of have something for everyone.
Right.
Because we're a direct seller servicer to those different entities, we've got very minimal overlays. And so a lot of times your banks will stop you at a certain credit score or a certain debt to income ratio issues. We don't have those same restrictions a lot of times. So
Okay.
you can do a little bit more than what your traditional banks can do.
Okay.
So is that what differentiates you from others? What makes you different?
Yeah, I mean, there's quite a few differences. Again, all we do are mortgages. So that's what we know. We don't have, we don't do investments. We don't do checking and savings accounts
Or personal loans for a car?
Exactly. We don't do any of that stuff. Our specialty is mortgages. That's what we know. That's what we're really good at.
Okay.
The other thing that really differentiates us is the way that we operate is we operate in a pod sort of a situation. So I've got my own team of underwriters, my own processors, my own closers that just handle my branch's loans. So we've got that relationship built with our whole team, and our goal is to get our borrowers to the closing table on time with the least headache possible.
Do other banks sometimes farm out sort of those duties?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times, especially when you're dealing with some of the big mortgage banks out there, or even the big lenders out there like your Wells Fargo's or other banks like that, a lot of times you're dealing with just some call center. You're talking to some random person in Texas or wherever, where my branch is in Fort Atkinson, and I do the whole state of Wisconsin, but we're local, and that's the way we really have set ourselves up, is we're a local lender, but we have a national presence. So we've got the power of a big company, but we've got that local.
It's like the best of both worlds in a way.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it really is. So a lot of things that set you apart from other lenders. Anything else you'd like to mention?
Again, a lot of the other lenders have what are called overlays on top of the guidelines. So,
yeah, I was going to ask you, what does that mean, overlays?
Yeah, so if say we're doing a loan with, it's a conventional loan with Fannie Mae, right? So Fannie Mae's got their set of guidelines, but then some of your smaller banks might have a guideline on top of their guideline. So, for instance, a good example of that would be, most banks are going to stop at a 620 credit score.
Okay. Nothing below that, in other words.
Correct. Like you're a 619 and they got nothing for you.
Okay.
Whereas we can go into the mid 500s with an approval. So there's not hard stops with us. It's more common sense. If it makes sense to do the loan and we can feel that you can repay it, we're gonna write that loan.
You take the time to actually look at the situation and all the variables.
Right, and I've been doing this a long time, so I've kind of seen everything.
Right.
And so again, a lot of banks do very similar things, but dealing with a loan officer who's got experience and really knows the ins and outs of the world, the finance world anyway, it does make a big difference in your overall experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and you mentioned the variety of different products. You really kind of have something for everyone. Talk about the wide spectrum of products that you guys offer.
Yeah, so we've got everything from loans for people with some bruised credit, all the way to loans for people who are trying to buy $1 million home, right? So we run the gamut. We've got some great Wisconsin-based programs like your WIDA loan program, which can help people into homes with little to nothing down. We're really good at the rural development loans for your outlying communities in more rural areas like Fort Atkinson or the surrounding areas where we can do 100% financing if you qualify. We do a great job with the veterans. I love working with veterans. We've got a great VA loan program. We've got jumbo loans, which is any loan that's over $424,100, and we've got some odd loans, like for your self-employed borrowers who don't really show a ton of income on their tax returns, but have a lot of money going through their bank statements. We've got a bank statement program. So we've got a lot of different options. My job is to find the right option for my borrower and their family.
Of course.
So Eric, you've been doing this a long time. You're the branch manager there. What's your personal experience? We have about 45 seconds left.
Yeah, no, I've been around the block for quite a while. I started in the mortgage industry back in '98. So I've seen the highs, I've seen the lows, and I've seen everything in between. So there's typically not a market or a situation that I haven't seen at this point in time. So and I've been from currently I'm an area manager, so I'm kind of handling all of Wisconsin, but I'm also a producing loan officer. So I do loans, and I help my loan officers get their loans done. And so I've managed people, I've been in the trenches, I've kind of been everywhere. So I think that really helps. My knowledge and experience just helps clients feel a little bit more comfortable.
A lot of experience under your belt there.
That's it. So.
Well, Eric Halbrenchild from Pacific Union Financial, thanks so much for joining us
Thanks,
today.
guys. Appreciate it.
Don't go away. We'll be right back here on Wisconsin Family.